Are live into the pistol round. Berlin, are you ready for the quarterfinals?
Oh, they sound very ready, and the teams are better be ready as well. Nitro already on that ramp with Twist right behind him. They wanted to push aggressive, and we've seen a lot of that happening behind those sandbags. You can look right through them, but I feel like that flashbang sort of made them second guess a bit, and now they're just waiting instead. A lot of, look at all that. That's 3 Molotovs, 2 smokes on the Astralis side, so they just want to bombard this bomb site and let the grenades do all the rest. Nitro in a position that's not easy to clear. See if they can do this or not, Astralis. But this is such a common strategy early on. Smokes are up, the Molotovs deep in behind. Twist standing in the fire for a little bit. But he's going to be back around the corner. And look at Nitro. No one spotted him. They don't know yet. Nitro, oh, this is so smart. And Glaive is gone. They finally check it. But the bomb has not been planted. That is a big play coming out from Nitro.
Yeah, that's going to buy a lot of time. They wanted to get the bomb plant. Now that the smokes are fading, they're going to be exposed to the USP. And actually, even with the man down, Liquid still have a chance to come back into this. Zipnik's waiting for the follow-up peek, and Astralis, they have to play it patient. That's a big win. And still, though, it's going to be so tough. Run the gauntlet to pick up this bomb. ELEAGUE ready and waiting as well.
40 seconds now, and still battling with a man advantage. These USPs, they need to find some headshot. ELEAGUE with a big turnaround. Gets both Zip and Magnus, and Twist will take down Device, and Liquid will pick up the pistol. That was so quick for ELEAGUE.
Nitro only gets 1, but how critical of a kill is that?
Yeah.
That forced Astralis. They had to remain the aggressors. They wanted to just back out after the plant and play it safe. And then eventually when the smoke fades, you've got ELEAGUE and you've got Twist. And as Duncan said, 2 of the best Homo sapiens that North America's ever produced. So talented. And you're exposed to the USPs. 1-0 for Liquid.
Man, that was well done. And ELEAGUE, he had to read that follow-up. He had to read the push coming into his right immediately, or there was going to be trouble. No armor, and just a single upgraded Deagle there. P250 as well on the pre. So a really minuscule chance for Astralis to do much damage in this one.
It might be something where they maybe probe across the map and are trying to find something that they've researched, trying to see if there's been any change in the setup that they've looked into that they know is going to be coming. Naf should be able to handle these 2 kills. Going to play it safe. And that's the interesting thing. If Astralis comes into this, and I mean, we know one of the really heavy tactical, one of the really heavily structured teams in terms of the way they play the game, if they come up with a game plan, they come up with some new smokes and flashes specifically designed for Liquid, that can be so brutal.
I mean, on a new map like Vertigo, and it is still as new by all standards, that's one of the things that's so interesting is, you know, a lot of the time, people just pick up what other people have already done. It takes a long time to sit down and find all those little tricks, and if you have any, now is the time to use them for sure. To free it open and catch somebody out in the open by the forklift, but that won't be possible, and every single member of Liquid survive.
Which is going to be great for them. They're going to be very, very pleased with that. Some money growing. Only the 1 rifle on the board for Twist, and actually, I mean, this is one of those odd circumstances where coming into this 3rd round, Astralis actually seems to have the better situation in terms of weaponry. Kind of hurt. It's a little equalized by the fact that Liquid's nades and utility, they have so much more to use. But Astralis going to try and get on the board early in this 1st gun round.
Yeah. And you accept that when you're Liquid and you make this kind of buy, you know that maybe you could be at a disadvantage in this round. Clever boost to look over in case anyone is again behind those sandbags, which is something that's been well known, but you'll probably be able to see them from there. Limited on the grenades are Astralis though, so it can't be the same, you know, endless execute towards the A-bomb side. They sort of have to go for it a little bit once they throw those grenades.
The most worrying thing is the flashbangs. They only have 2 of them. They have plenty of smokes if they want to do a set piece onto the bomb site just to get things planted. But the flashbangs, if they ever want to get aggressive, if they find themselves in a tough spot, that's going to really limit the teamwork that they can bring out. And still just being very cautious on the map. And for Liquid, with all these SMGs, there's no reason to try and peek into a fight that's going to be at mid or long range. Wait till they get closer, wait till they commit, and you can use the numbers and the fire rate to your advantage.
Early grenade to soften up Device and Sip is actually pretty significant. That amount of damage when you've got an SMG, that's the difference between, you know, winning or losing the fight some of the time. 45 seconds, and Astralis is hoping right now that somebody from Liquid will put themselves in a position where these rifles are going to make a big difference. Nitro, shoulder peeking it, just hoping to put down this Molotov at the right time. 30 seconds. It could be really good timing for him. He gets the gun out in time as they come through, and Glaive, not even looking that way. He's going to be dropped now. A lot of wall bangs are coming through, and Nitro feeling uncomfortable. He has picked up the AK-47 though, and I'm surprised that he's still alive. Now they've put down the smokes. There's only 15 seconds, and Astralis, they're cutting this right to the limit. There's a flank coming in as well. They've got to be quick. 10 seconds now on the clock, and that's the bomb down. Nitro with a massive defense. 5 seconds, and he's done it. That is a magnificent defense being put up from Nitro.
And that's a rare glimpse of an Astralis that did not seem like they wanted to attack the bomb site. They were very hesitant. I think a lot of it had to do with the flashbangs. When Glaive goes down with that attempted entry, when Nitro swaps out to the AK-47, it's so difficult when you don't have the flashbangs to try and make a play through all those smokes. And obviously the Molotovs, the utility and nades that Liquid had over them, delay everything. The Molotov from Nitro, the follow-up into the bomb site to prevent progression. Very nice defense for Team Liquid and Astralis. Still without a round.
Ooh, and look how brutal that is. Not only a good defense, but they pick up, what, 3 Creeks and an AK from the SMGs? That's wild.
Well, Stewie's going to get his first taste, so 1-for-1 trade. Magisk with that deagle, so deadly, forces him into the arms of Device. Well done from Astralis so far, as good as you could hope. And ELEAGUE looking for that exact peak. The bomb's actually going to fly off the map. It should be okay. It just comes back to right where it was dropped.
It will fly back up. That, I mean, fortunately is a feature of it. Otherwise, who knows what kind of ridiculous stuff we could get into. Especially given how the bomb sometimes can tumble in weird directions. Ooh. Oh, wow. Absolutely cancelled on that bomb site.
This gets dangerous. Device has the AK-47 now, even though they have no armor. Twist wanted to make that jump. He wanted to get aggressive. Just barely missed the opportunity. But now he clears out the stairs. It's tough to imagine, though, where Astralis is going to head. Nitro defending the B bomb site. Twist is going to have to move over towards A. So the defense is split. That might have to play a little bit safer just to be able to buy time for their teammate to rotate around. This deagle, this AK, and you still have the clutch minister on the map.
Yes, you do, but they don't have any armor on the Astralis side, so any kind of fight that's a fair fight, it should be going in favor of Liquid. There's a bit of shadow showing, and Twist is going to get one, but Device quick with the return. Goes for the fight, straight up long range, and he gets Nitro. A quad kill for Device, and a massive clutch. That is, well, if it starts out like this, if this is the caliber of play that we're going to be seeing out of both these sides, I mean, it's everything that we could have wanted.
And that actually turns this now where Team Liquid, you mentioned so many upgrades in the previous round, had a lot of money built up behind them. Now Astralis winning a round like this, being able to bring one AK forward into the next, they don't have to buy. That gives this an economic struggle as well in the first stages of this opening half.
Could have gone for the bomb plant, could have tried to play it safe, but he figured, you know what?
Catch him off guard, peeking into the rotation.
That's exactly right. And you saw Device, you know, cheering on the fans a little bit, saying, yeah, come on. Could get even louder than that. That whole Danish cheering section going on. ELEAGUE, it's so dangerous with that peak. Gonna throw in a grenade, doesn't really do anything. Time to back on out. Some of the time, especially with this early wall bang, it sort of plays the way that Nuke did in 1.6, it feels like. You know, just spend the first while trying to see if you can get someone killed without them even seeing you.
A lot of bodies for Astralis heading over towards the A bomb site. Nitro with the AWP to defend it on this hit at the very least. Astralis have all the nades they could want. There's that spam you were mentioning. The AWP can be deadly shooting back. You have to imagine when this comes in, Nitro is going to be blocked off. No information. Molotov out. Deal some damage if they want to press the attack. A boost up from Liquid, a late one, but the Molotov forces it away. Oh, ELEAGUE burns the 3. He's going to be really out of the fight for some time. He's got to rely on his teammates.
Liquid are doing a great job at actually buying a lot of time, even when these smokes are down, so credit to them for doing it. Now, Sip is going to be putting the bomb down, and Device and Glaive will open it up, and I mean, ELEAGUE was already low on health, so I guess that's really difficult for him to get into the fight, and Glaive with one more kill, and now they need to be careful here, Liquid. It's a 2-on-4, and no chance for a retake. Not a lot to save with your Twist, but also winning a 1 versus 4 is not going to happen. Megis will pick up a big kill there at the end, and Astralis looking well drilled in this round. Yeah, well recovered also from losing that first gun round now to this point to just SMGs. They've taken all the money away from Liquid. That was a big round. A nice take as well. Liquid that time could not stall out long enough, could not wait out the smokes. And that really is a classic, isn't it? Like, we can expect to see that a lot whenever we see Vertigo now. the sort of the wall that's been put up, the Molotov towards that boost that they were trying to do there, Liquid, all very standard out of Astralis so far.
That's a nice nade. That's a really nice nade. Nitro gets chunked down to 26, and again, control of ladder room, but what can ELEAGUE and Nitro do with it? Naf as well, aggressive, misses the initial headshot. He wanted that dink, and the follow cleanup. And Glaive's gonna back away from the fight, let Naf retreat. But ELEAGUE, he's flanking all the meanwhile. This is a big kill if he can get it. Glaive just gets around the corner, and ELEAGUE is so dedicated. He's got nowhere to go, and you might as well call to your teammates whatever information you can. An easy win from Glaive, but a big one.
A lot of confusion now spreading across the map, it feels like. Astralis, they've got a lot of time so they can check all the corners, but I would be worried right now if I were Astralis that someone might be in some strange position that you forgot to check. So I would almost call it at this point and say, like, every 5 seconds, somebody just turn around and see if we're being flanked, because they could be almost everywhere.
That's exactly what dupreeh's doing. You're reading his mind at the moment. Nitro gonna peek into this. Shoulder peek is gonna be an easy frag. 2 players at the A bomb site with Naf rotating over. This should be a pretty easy, typical round for Astralis. There's not a whole lot of difficulty that Liquid can actually present here. One nade comes out, not doing a whole lot of damage.
I mean, holding on to this bomb site, even when you have the guns, is very difficult. So with just pistols, you could definitely see the challenge just increases. Chance for a headshot, but Sip will be pretty quick in that moment. And Naf is going to be falling back, just hoping for exit kills. I mean, we have had a lot of discussions internally and sometimes on the broadcast about how do you do this? Like, how do you play that A bomb site? Is it better to go aggressive and try and beat them before they can get the full setup? Or when they get the full setup, should you try and get them when they're putting the bomb down? Like, try and keep killing the bomb planter, and if maybe that will work out. I feel like nobody knows for sure. We've seen examples of it working, but not consistently across like 3 or 4 maps, you know.
It feels like aggression over there has to be, you know, once in a while, not every single time. We actually, I mean, Astralis over on the CT side, last time we saw them play Vertigo, Device loved peeking down that ramp with the AWP. So I imagine we'll see Astralis get aggressive when they switch sides.
One of the cool things about he's going to, I thought he was going to jump down, but thinks better of it. Still a little bit backed up here. When Avant-Garde were playing it, Jame was pretty aggressive with the AWP over on this ramp, but that was cool, and that actually had a lot of fun kills. So maybe they could put one in the hands of Stewie or somebody.
Well, this is a unique setup from the defense. We'll see if Device is ready for it. He's creeping ever so slow. You have to imagine he's going to get the shot. He sees it. He fires too early. Oh, they can spam him down. Device has got to be careful. He's under a lot of pressure. Flashbang out. Twist once more. And I think this is a smart decision. Back away from the fight. You had an opportunity, but when it's not there, don't press the issue. Glaive gonna try and take advantage, and I think Nitro might have just spotted him. Oh, the prediction!
That is a great read out of Glaive. A missed grenade could have actually killed Device if he was in the wrong position. You don't want to do that, but it does land on top of Twist, the second one. And he's down to 13 health. Astralis trying to recover as Device finally goes down. Low from that earlier battle. Now, are they going to check where ELEAGUE is? Coming through, and that's some pretty good timing. Goes for the kill, and he's going to get a quick double, falls back around the corner. Actually a triple overall for him. That's a great defense put up once again here at the A-bomb side.
Smoke's going to fade soon. Magisk wants to get this plant in. Here he comes at the default box. ELEAGUE over the top, and Magisk just knows he has to stick it. He has to get it down. He's going to die no matter what. It's all on dupreeh. 17 health in a 1 versus 3. He's smoked off, and the spam comes in. Well done. ELEAGUE and Twist working together. The point man and the swing man on the defense. That nets ELEAGUE a triple kill in the round.
Good job, Willie. We got some American fans here. They brought the flag, so it's all good. I mean, someone's going to have to counterbalance on that Danish side, right?
The Danish section is very powerful, I'm not going to lie to you.
They are wild down there. Probably
They're a bit quiet, though. What's the matter, guys? Scared?
Ooh. They are a little bit scared, I think. Maybe they should be. Liquid in the lead, 4-3. I mean, right now, I still think the hardest side to play on this is the CT side. I think Liquid are doing a great job right now.
Same with Astralis to get to their 3, especially after losing the pistol, losing the first gun round. That was a very nice recovery. And we really haven't seen this side of the map tested. Stewie has had a quiet game, 3 and 4 for him, and now he's going to get some attention. Nades and flashbangs raining through. And he backs deeper into the bomb site. ELEAGUE close up. Naf would be quick on the rotation.
So difficult playing this B-bomb side. on defense. If they get onto the bomb site and you're holding behind one of those boxes, actually, even if they just get up the stairs, some of these positions, like the one that ELEAGUE is in, that you can get Molotov'd out. And then you're forced into one route of retreat with they're just waiting. That's the setup, right? They throw the grenade, they wait for you to walk out, or you get to stand in the fire. It's really tricky. What's
so nerve-wracking if you're Liquid is just the lack of information.
Yeah, that too.
Due to maybe the intimidating factor of getting aggressive on A, you don't necessarily want to do that. You tried it in the previous round, but you're just waiting to see the stream of utility and you're powerless to really stop it. There's the first smoke from Astralis.
Ooh, they were waiting for that. They wanted ELEAGUE to go for that peak. They'd actually been waiting a long time. Now we're down to 30 seconds. Smokes are being set up, landing pretty deep, trying to block Stewie out of the fight, but he goes through to try and help out ELEAGUE. They've got the crossfire, they've got the setup, and they're going to be able to shut the first two players coming through right down. dupreeh gets one in return, but now time is running out, only 17 seconds. And they can't get through this smoke, Astralis. They might have made a big mistake here. Twist is going to be going down. Nav, oh no, he falls off the building, and now dupreeh with the kill, and the final one for Megis.
What a hectic, chaotic round that Astralis comes on top of. ELEAGUE survives for so long, but the backstab from Xyp9x is what sealed it. Liquid lost track of middle, and Xyp9x is able to just walk around through the door. That was huge. All the defense had to turn their focus behind him. And obviously, we must see how Nav fell off.
Yeah, I mean, it isn't the first time that it's happened, and it definitely won't be the last. Some of those smokes, right, they land on the outskirt of the building. So if you are trying to navigate through that smoke to help your teammates and you're inside of it, you lose track for just a second of where you are. Yeah, you step right off. That's not an uncommon way to go, though obviously a tragic one. Way down is, it's really far down, Moses, I won't lie.
Yeah, it is a very far drop. Astralis takes a timeout after the victory. Perhaps to calm themselves, perhaps to make sure that they're all still dedicated to the same game plan. It's netted them 4 rounds, it's evened up the scoreline, and for the second time in this opening half, it's taken all the money away from Liquid.
9th round. And all tied up, although the money, yeah, definitely a challenge for Liquid here. But this is, again, because of the close quarters, crazy nature of this map, and especially because of the ridiculous aim capacity that's on Liquid, you could do a lot with guns like these. Just a whole lot, so...
It just seems like another map where the utility is such a factor, and Liquid has almost none of it. 2 smokes, 3 flashbangs to work with. When you have the opposing team throwing in nades and Molotovs, it's so hard to figure out how exactly to play this scenario. Xyp9x looking for the boost. He's not going to find it quite yet. Molotov to clear out sandbags. It's absolutely empty.
He's so aware of that idea, isn't he?
dupreeh and Glaive are starting to march in towards the B bomb site, though. So, I mean, this is Astralis applying some pressure and getting information on both sides of the map. And obviously towards the B bomb site, dupreeh and Glaive are just going to call them right back. Liquid have no idea. They had just moved everyone over. The noise that Xyp9x made has pulled the whole defense into a 5-man stack, and it's at the wrong bomb site. Now Stewie's got the information, and there's nothing they can do about it.
No, there really isn't. It's going to be a smoke on one side. Stewie already made it through. Could be getting himself a kill. Far off of doing that. But yeah, now it's probably the time to look for exits if you can at all. 5th round for the Danish side here. A bit early on in the game, but I still think this is pretty good. I wouldn't be panicking at all if I were Liquid.
No, especially because you figure you have to have confidence. As I said, they're 5-0 on this map. They've played it very well in the past. We've seen them beat up some people on this map very heavily. And when you get that skill onto the T side, you can do a lot of things with it. But they are going to have a very good offense, considering Astralis is already at 5.
Yeah, I think they will. And I think there are definite holes, I think, as well in Astralis' defense come the CT side. So I think there's a lot to be worked with there. One of the things I'm still kind of asking for now, bordering on demanding even, is that aggressive ball from Stewie. I don't really care if it's B. I would rather it be A, but if he's playing the B bomb side, fair enough, let him. But I just kind of want to see him take someone out, then fall back. And the problem, historically, the problem is even if you're playing 5 versus 4 on the defensive side of this map, you're still not safe. But I want to see that happen a little bit more. Put in the request now.
He's had such a slow start to this game. You wonder, I mean, there hasn't been a whole lot of attention, just the one real attack towards that bomb site. This one on the Saber doesn't matter so much. So Stewie, just by nature of the fact that they haven't come here, starting this game out a little bit cold, hasn't been involved a whole lot. Naf gonna be under pressure. Gap in the smoke, he spots it, spamming to the box, gonna lose that battle. The Krieg reigns supreme. Another flashbang out, and Device, he already saw this stack. He already had a shot to kill Nitro the Free for the first time, and now the second it connects, and Twist is stuck being aggressive. He goes down as well. A 2-on-4 so quickly.
That is a very fast reaction from Device. He wasn't scared, he was just thinking, I'm gonna try and get him, and he's ready for this next follow-up. Probably should have been a kill. Ducking down inside at 39 health. He could have gone down, actually, missing that shot. He had the right read, but
look at Glaive's position. Glaive is just being so dirty, just waiting in the lurk to cut people off. He's not expecting that angle, though. Nice turn from Stewie, a big win, and they can recover this still.
Yes, they can. Dupree on the bomb site. He's got all the health. He's got the AK waiting at the angle, and almost mistimed that. And I don't know what ELEAGUE does now. 100 health, 1 versus 3. He has the skill. He has the capacity to win these 1 versus 3s, but it's very tricky. Look at the grenades they have.
Yeah, I mean, he needs to get a kill very quickly if he wants to actually go for this. He needs to find a kill with a lot of health left for the 1 versus 2. He's going to go for it anyways. Around the edge of the smoke. Device back in the corner. Dupree close to his left. That's a big find. Now he's looking for the smoke follow-up. He knows the next play is to come through it, and Dupree's got him. Waiting on top of the boards, an easy one. And a 6th round for Astralis. They're starting to rack them up.
But they're putting together some very good rounds. I think someone was offering or proposing to Dupree down in the crowd. That's very aggressive, Mouz. Usually you want to go at least 1 or 2 dates before you get to that level. But, I mean, why not? 6 to 4.
If you don't take the shot, you're never going to get it. 6 to 4, a 3rd round where Liquid just have to upgrade pistols and sit back. That has got to be stressful, but they don't sit back this time. They're getting aggressive. 2 in the far back, but the close players are down. And Astralis, they can just use their utility. They can dump them all on the ramp and just try and back away. ELEAGUE just waiting behind the sandbags, and they know it. Glaive spotted it out. There goes Naf as well.
7 to 4.
This is a couple times, some critical rounds. Just the previous one and a couple ago, where Astralis has taken over mid. Last round they left lurkers at the sandbags. They had Glaive a little bit more aggressive towards CT spawn, towards that A bomb site. And previously it was Zipnix wrapping around the B bomb site to help alleviate the pressure from the defense. Liquid might want to think about putting a 2nd pair of eyes there to help Naf, at least in the mid round.
Stewie getting a quick shot there with the Deagle. First one missed, but good follow-up, and yeah, we'll see if they can manage to recover in some of the upcoming rounds. Glaive will end the round, and that will make it 7 to 4 in their favor. Just crossed out the Liquid logo. What's going on here?
That had to have been a Danish fan. Yeah. Sounds like a Danish fan.
A traitor to the cause, maybe. Halfway through the tournament, just deciding to change it up. Tactical timeout now being called by Liquid to figure out exactly what's going on. Now, Nitro has picked up that AWP, so that's sort of how, I mean, I said Stewie, I'm fine with Nitro. He's an amazing AWPer as well. I just wanted to be aggressive. That's my big thing here. I don't know if I've made it clear enough. Aggressive AWPing, Moses. Just in case I didn't say it.
It's hard to find a place to do it properly, especially, I mean, over towards B, you can get so flash and so blinded through the holes in the wall.
Anything easy is not worth doing.
Yeah, over towards A, you're just so overcommitted. I mean, we saw previously when Nitro and Twist got aggressive. They ran that setup twice, and Device knew exactly what was coming. So Liquid's gonna have to be careful, but if you're Liquid in this timeout, you're just telling everyone to calm down, just breathe easy, go on a 4-round run, and you can go into the halftime with a lead at the very least.
He's kind of there, kind of sort of there. That boost hasn't really done anything for Astralis yet, but you can see how, if you did peek the corner, that would make it very tricky. Nitro now waiting back. Going to be falling quite far back. And I would say that does risk making the AWP one of those pieces of the puzzle that's now stuck behind a smoke wall when an execute comes. And it just doesn't do a lot there. ELEAGUE's going to go for the fight now. Oh, there's such good timing on that. Turns around. That is a world-class play. He was ready for Makis immediately.
That was a new angle that Glaive had never even seen. Here's your aggression, Anders, but dupreeh's gonna check it. A one fight for Stewie. The early battle's going in the favor of the defense. And now, Device and Xyp9x, you might as well just attack, see what you can find here. Nitro waiting with that AWP. Calmly waiting as Xyp9x jumps up.
Good grenades landing on top of ELEAGUE, on Twist. And they won't really be happy about that, but ultimately, they don't have to really do much here, Liquid. Just make sure you don't lose too many rifles, and definitely don't get them a chance to get into a bomb site.
I like that call from Device. 2 rifles, you can be way more aggressive on how you attack and how you approach this situation. As you said, it's the rifles, it's how many can Liquid hold on that is the question now. The low HP, they are so softened up for this. Just one awkward sequence for this defense. It can all come tumbling down. Nitro misses a shot with the AWP. Smoke comes up in his position. There goes the first. Good trade. Twist is aggressive around the default boxes, and that's it. Only 2 fall, and Liquid have their 5th.
That is just fine. That's very cute.
That was very cute.
Got a chicken. I think the guy had a nip hat on as well. They got the Liquid logo. They got it all going on down there. A lot of love, obviously. Appreciate that. Don't get enough kiss cams, do we, at Counter-Strike events?
No, I'm just happy we have, you know, rock guitar players on the exits. Those are sweet.
Those guys are really doing a great job. I think they should get more credit. 13th round, nearing the end of the half here in the first map, so a lot more of this madness is still to come. I think Liquid have done I think 5 rounds is very good on the first half of this map. I think they're doing quite good. Oh, wow.
Oh my god, that made me nervous.
What is the matter with dupreeh? What is actually the matter with these people?
Well, he's in position, waiting for any kind of a peek, and actually there's been a couple rounds where Liquid have given the peeks that dupreeh is looking for. It's just not this time. Flashbang to get information. dupreeh's going to give it up.
If that works, do you just win the rest of the half from there on out? Just other team can't do anything at that point. That's very obviously no work safety regulations on that T side. So
it's a creative smoke, pressuring the bomb site. Twist and Nitro far back, but the bomb is on the other side of the map. It's still going to come here, and this time it's no set piece. They're not using the utility. That's the bomb. Big fight for ELEAGUE to win. The follow-up from Stewie. Now the utility dump comes out. Not a lot of damage provided from the HG nades, but Liquid is content to just put up a smoke and wait patiently. 30 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, this is looking so good. You're almost at the home stretch here in a 3-on-5. Ooh, they're going to be falling back 20 seconds now.
I think you just have to save.
Yeah,
you have
to
You have to run the whole way to that A bomb site. It would just telegraph everything. So save the weapons. Astralis is going to back off, and those 2 kills net Team Liquid a 6th round.
So good. And this is another topic that we've been discussing. I know I've tried to mention it a bunch of times. If you're not going to be going aggressive with the AWP, then yeah, some sort of randomly timed aggressive at the end of the round works pretty well, because maybe you catch them setting up. Maybe that's exactly when they have grenades in hand or they're not quite ready for it. And that was just great. Really well done on Liquid. 6 rounds, 6 to 7. I think doing a fine job. Yeah. What is the American version of this? Like OSHA or something? That's like the American. Yeah. They're definitely not at work here, are they?
No, they're not certified by them. How often? How many times do you think he practiced that before he was like, okay, I'm ready to do it in a major?
Knowing dupreeh, he might have just improvised it. He's not all. He's, you know, slightly mental sometimes.
7-6 into the 3rd timeout of the half, as Astralis talk things over.
You gotta wonder the first time you proposed that, though. So you're telling me I'm jumping out of the building. I'm not wearing a wire or anything. I'm just gonna land down there.
Only Tom Cruise does that.
That's exactly right. They should have put him to do it. That would have been the get Device to do that. Maybe have him run along the windows, like in that one. That wasn't really good. Well, enough about that. 14th round, ladies and gentlemen. 6 to 7. It's almost tied up. Glaive. Oh, this is something else, isn't it? This has always been possible, but now nobody's really defending it. Is he going to catch anybody off guard? Nitro's certainly looking for it.
Well, there's a gap in that smoke as well, and at least even if he misses the shot, it looks like he might be able to see the ankles. But Glaive wanted to come up with the timing Maybe catch ELEAGUE, who he's seen being aggressive himself from the defensive side a couple times in this half. Still just very slowly and cautiously. I mean, Astralis with control of this. It's kind of the staging area, just waiting to see if there is going to be any of that aggression early on, but no one really challenging anywhere across the map. Stewie this time alone in the B bomb site. Liquid feeling confident because they shut down that hit previously, that Astralis might go to the other side of the map, and for the moment, they're correct.
Yeah, they've got a very good read. I'm going to try and avoid as much as you can at this stage getting double grenaded. That's something Astralis have done a lot. Where the crane is, they've been throwing a lot of double nades to that corner and they've hit twist a number of times. So I can understand why he's playing further back. Now the challenge is, if you play far back, how do you stop the bomb plant?
I don't think you do. I think you play for the retake. We'll see how much Liquid can get done. Maybe the Molotov to slow down or force an awkward plant spot, but no one moving to actually challenge with these smokes in their face and glaive. He's just gonna plant. The flames don't touch him. Nades come out, Naf has stopped the bomb plant. He's come through the smoke, and now Liquid can get more aggressive. They know what comes next.
That is such a heroic play for Naf. He had a couple of seconds to do it, and he absolutely made it work. Now, ELEAGUE's gone down as well. Only 8 seconds on the clock. Astralis, they might run out of time again. They're going to get one more headshot. 4 seconds. And Stewie pushing into it. He's going to go down to device. An 8th round on the board for Astralis, but it is just at the edge, isn't it? They almost failed that.
That stopping of the plant was massive from Naf, but that, I mean, just the weaponry that Astralis has far back, more smoke still. They didn't use everything on the initial attack. That deep smoke really forced Liquid into the only play they had, which was to stop that plant desperately, to get hyper-aggressive and overextend, to try and force Astralis to lose by time, and it just didn't work out. Still the AWP in Nitro's hands.
Oh, nice wall bang. Maggie's no chance for a reply there. And look at the aggression from Stewie over on that side. That might give them some more space to mess around with. Nitro, oh, that should have been his kill. Instead, Device will take him down. He'd been waiting for that for a while. A lot of damage onto ELEAGUE. They are in a little bit, actually, quite a bit of trouble here at the A-bomb side.
Yeah, Nitro had those 2 angles to deal with, and he couldn't pick the right one. Astralis maybe trying to get cheeky and take that bomb site, just based off the 1 kill, but enough resistance, enough presence from Liquid to hold them back for now. But look at the position that Device is in. It's a thing of beauty. He can just peek into this bomb site with the AWP, so safe, such long range, and he just plays support for the rest of his teammates.
Twist. Can he stop the bomb from going down? It's very close, he will. A lot of time on the clock this time for this 3-on-3. 50 seconds. So at least Astralis can think about what they want to do next. They could even fall back at this rate, but they're still sticking around on the ramp, hoping Liquid make a mistake. Naf is now pushed into position. They're hearing that scope. They must know the smoke goes up, and Naf hits a headshot. That's a great kill with the M4. That had to happen. 30 seconds. There's Twist with the follow-up, and now it's all on Glaive, and he's going to go down. Stewie getting them a 7th round on the board, and that is a lot.
A nice level of preparation as well. I thought that was a very well-played T-side from them. Here we go. Flash out, or excuse me, decoy out.
Trying to put some pressure on, see if they could maybe trick them a bit, going for the early USP fight. He knows the angles, but he's not going to be able to get anything done. And the longer he sticks around, the bigger the chance that someone would get too close for comfort.
Yeah, you want that nice, beautiful 1-tap with that kind of a peek and then just to back away. Instead, he gets nothing. Him and Zipnix combined, working together towards this gap in the wall. Stewie takes a little bit of damage. So does Naf. Some of those USPs chipping away, and Astralis can feel the pressure coming on this bomb site. You can see more players coming over. They're backing off with Device. Finally, he finds that headshot. Now they can really sit and wait patiently for this plant. Oh, one more! A drive-by. He doesn't even stop, and ELEAGUE needs this flank because he needs to help his team. He needs to get involved in the post plant.
Surely Sip can't see that. He's just shooting through the smoke, right? I don't even understand. But a 4-on-3. This is still not a very easy retake at all for Astralis. I don't know if there's a kit on the ground from Dupree, but otherwise...
No, it's all 5 armor. It's all 5 armor, and ELEAGUE has thinned it down to 3.
They're going to have to go really quick then. Nice shots coming out. Liquid doing a great job at the moment. Naf is low on health, but falling back, still nobody defusing, and there's the kill from Sip, and they're going to have enough time for it. That is still, in spite of the man advantage, a very scary round for Astralis, and they do make it out. Good couple of kills out of Device and Sip at the end.
That was a very good win in that 2 versus 2 as well. Nav backs away down the ramp, and I don't think Nitro is ready to cover towards the top for the follow-up peak. A bit brutal, and Astralis now have a 2-round lead, 9-7 after winning the pistol, but Liquid is buying up. They do not want to sit around out.
Especially if you're basing at least some of your retake on that flank coming in and it just gets absolutely called out by Liquid. That's going to be a slight panic moment. But with the bomb plant.
Oh, I don't think they saw this. Oh, no. I don't think Liquid has any idea. Twist isn't even considering it. It all depends on how aggressive he plays this with the AK-47. Now they know there's aggression, but again, that M4 might just keep their attention away. They still have no idea Glaive is here. They can back off and leave him in this position.
If they hadn't re-smoked that, I think Twist would be dead already. That smoke that Astralis has put up is currently saving them.
I think Glaive's gonna wait for 2, although he still does have Device waiting. This is such a deadly 1-2 punch.
Post flash, Device actually winning that fight and now trying to do some more damage. There's Glaive with the follow-up, but now Device is isolated and stuck in this corner. Can he get out with any more? No, ELEAGUE will take him down. A lot of potential, but not all of it realized in that round.
You see the danger of aggression, though, at that bomb site. It has to be so comprehensive because they actually had success with that stack, but Liquid are just patiently waiting, and they're able to chop them down 3 players. And now Dupree and may just have no idea where they're coming from, but the aggressive position has paid off. It catches Stewie completely off guard, and ELEAGUE can't trade. And now Nav has to recover the Deagle. He must be aggressive, and he can't land it. A triple kill for Dupree, saving the day.
With an MP9, that's really, really good. Forward play, a huge off angle that you could tell Liquid weren't ready for. 10-7. And that was an early buy based off the bomb plant to try and put that creek into play, and it did not play out. So now I would say Astralis have a good shot at getting the 16 rounds, but by no means secured at all. Still kind of anxious about this. This is a classic play that surely Liquid know by now.
Well, Astralis is looking on point at the moment. The next gun round for Liquid is going to be so important. Dupree down to just his sidearm, but he's allowing his teammates to take the brunt of the attack and bail him out. Astralis now with a phenomenal hold on this map.
Teamwork makes the dream work. So that's the rhyme. That's what we say over there. That was good. It was cool to see Dupree. Just immediately, almost instinctually, just realized, you know what? They've got that side covered. I'm just going to try and live on this side. 11-7, 19th round. We've got 3 creeks, 2 AKs, a lot of grenades on the Liquid side. They can pretty much do whatever they want this round, so let's see how much they've been drilling some of these attacks. This is where Astralis, at least somewhat in the past, have had some issues. Meg is, quick down with the flank. He's going to find the bomb as well. Let's see if he can get the kill. Nobody's currently looking behind. Naf has also gone down. This could be a disaster for Liquid. It looks like it will be. Meg is chewing them up with the flank, and he's going to get to, looking for the headshot for the third one as well. The ultimate backstab.
I think that's it. I think that is the back-breaking play. That is the one, that is the round that I think might just end Liquid on this first map on Vertigo. What a beautiful flank. Combined with the opening kill, there just wasn't enough manpower. No one from Liquid had attention there. No one in Liquid was reading the possibility of this kind of a flank. Magisk is just brutal.
You look at a map like Vertigo and you think, well, because of that ladder in the middle, that stuff must be happening all the time, but it is very rare actually that we see that work out, because if your Meg is going down through that, you might as well walk into someone who's either watching for you or someone coming back from the other side of the map who's going to shoot you in the back. So you're super exposed. It seems like it should be sort of a no-brainer, but in actual practice, it's much more tricky.
Oh yeah, but you could see the payoff. It's worth the risk at time. Even Liquid, remember, ELEAGUE went down there as well at a certain point, and he actually challenged in that ladder room a number of times. So pulling it out there, Magisk obviously gets the better of that kind of a play. Back to Deagles, back to pistols and armor. And very fast-paced towards the B bomb side. They do slow down once they get to the stairs. And I think Device is actually already flanking from A.
Yeah, very aggressive right now, Astralis.
He's cut the map in half for his team. They can just stack up 4 players here at the B bomb site and in mid, and there should be no entrance for Liquid.
With just pistols, some of these fights are very hard to win. This one that goes through the grid to look down there, that AK-47 is going to be doing a lot of damage.
Support flashbang for defenders. They want the information. It's perfectly timed. It's so perfectly timed. Alicia's in the corner. Dupree's a little bit lucky, but he's an even better shot. Triple kill very quickly, and there's Device on the flank. He does fall, but no chance for a victory for Liquid. A 1 versus 4, and Nitro, it's just a matter of time. Looking to take as many guns away as possible. He's not going to get anything. 13-7.
Another triple kill for Dupree in this round. That is what I think. I don't think there is such a thing as a textbook play really on this map yet, but I think that should be one of them. It's that slightly delayed retake on either A or B. Get that flashbang in there. Just try and get the right timing. When you get it, you see the result. Very hard to deal with when you're just setting up that attack. 13-7 in favor of Astralis. Still on map 1. Here's a little bit of that slightly aggressive AWPing we were talking about on the first half, which we never really got to see that much. And the result here is nothing to write home about either, and he can't stay in this position forever. He's got a little bit of backup, I think, in Sip, who's right behind him, but you still got to be very, very careful.
No, but they've got a 13-7 lead. He's feeling very confident. He wants that 1 kill. He wants that pick before falling back. Nothing quite yet. Twist has not given him the shot. Nitro there as well, but he's far deeper onto the ramp, and Twist might give it to him now. Good shoulder peek.
Hiding inside the smoke, Dupree. Forcing, in some sense, Stewie to stick around a minute longer than he wanted to, but it is an even trade, which Liquid will be quite happy with. Now Nitro and Twist just waiting on that side, hoping for a repeat. They really want Device back here, but where's Megas gone?
This game feels like Astralis has just prepped so much better for this map, that they're just a step ahead of Liquid. The fact that they've come out with so many flanks so far on this CT side, you have to imagine they saw something when they're watching Liquid's Vertigo matches previously to this. They saw that maybe Liquid in the mid-round gets clumped up and they don't extend across the map, so they can go for these flanks. They can have the early jumps on the rotations. This round is going to be so difficult for Liquid.
This is so smart, isn't it? Oh, but actually, just as I say that, Megas, I thought he was going to wait until the actual execute came in, but went a little bit too early. That's a nice shot from Twist, taking down Glaive. Now they've got the man lead, they've got the bomb down. Sip looked like he was in position to try and stop it, but didn't really happen. And as Astralis now, they have a lot of money on some of their players, but still, probably not going to be successful in retaking this 2-on-4, are you?
No, and they have so much money, no reason to risk it. They still have such a massive lead. Just back away, see if you can get any kills right at the end, but there's no reason to still be here. So Liquid will take this round. I mean, part of it, Matt just had to get lured in by a call. Hearing all the utility and someone from his teammates saying they're coming, and they weren't quite there yet.
It's just to my mind, when that first sort of round of smokes go down on the A bomb site, surely you're not going to be calling that as an A execute, because how many times have we seen that go down for it to fade and then put up again? So I would say probably better in that case to just try and chill a little bit. Feels like maybe they jumped the gun ever so slightly on that one. 13-8 though, and Liquid picking up a round here in the second half, finally after losing 5 in a row. Yeah, it's the first round. They've been getting destroyed. This defensive side from Astralis has been so impressive. Just suffocating. Hold on. Says no weapons on that side. Moses in the back.
Someone's breaking the rules. Again, double up setup for the defense. Oh, look how aggressive Device is. The gap in the sandbags with an AWP can be so deadly. But again, aggression. Again, this can be so hard, even with success. Device has nowhere to go. He must fight. Molotov to force him out. And another shot. A jump peek, and he's going to get away. That is beautiful from Device that he's able to escape.
How is he not dead? How is he not dead? That smoke that was put up made his life almost impossible, and then the Molotov on top of him as well. Got that close range shot, and also Glaive picked up a kill. They got away with a lot right there. And
Device can actually stay at this position in sandbags, and perhaps this is why, seeing the Molotov used early on for his position on ramp, he says, you probably don't have another one to use here. Stewie does have one, but will he choose to use it? Because they're frequently used as well deep into the A bomb site during these hits.
Well, they also won't expect the AWP to be there, right? Like, out of all the weapons, that's not the weapon you take in the sandbags. So right now, all of the body language is signaling they're not checking for it. They seem to have absolutely no idea. A deep grenade, 45 seconds. This could absolutely be the round-winning play for Device.
They have no idea. Stewie barely even considered it. Naf and Nitro aren't even considering it themselves. Liquid about to spring the trap, and I don't think they're gonna like the results.
30 seconds. Device silent in the corner, just letting his teammate do all the communication. They line up, he knows, he absolutely knows no one's checked it. That's the bomb, no, it's right there in front of him, and he's gonna get that one too. A brilliant round out of Device. 3 kills overall, and now there's only 10 seconds left, and Nef is out of bullets. Megas will take him down, and that's a 14th round for Astralis. Now, quite a bit ahead of the game.
And Astralis seems hyped up. They're usually very composed, and towards the end of like their winning streak at the Katowice Major, it almost looked like everything was just business as usual. They've been talking in all the interviews, saying that Liquid is the best team in the world, and they have to try and overcome that, and this match means everything. The team that took their era away from them.
Now, this was their map pick. I do want to remind everyone of that. Overpass is going to be coming up as the second map, and obviously Inferno has to decide that would be such a treat. Everybody wants that. Even the people who are fans of Astralis surely can give us a third map.
You are right to a certain degree about that aggressive opping over towards the A-bomb site. Just look how much pressure it's applying on these guys. They're so scared to move forward.
I don't like the surprise in your tone of voice, Moses. I feel like that's very condescending. I must call that out. Make it sound like that's the first time that's ever happened.
Well, it's the second. Still not many. Device with an opening kill.
See what I have to deal with all the time? I need some pity from the crowd here. Nitro does go down, and now it's a double up as well. That does make it slightly more tricky.
Look at just all the aggression across the map that Liquid have seen over and over again. We've seen Dupree push down here a number of times. There he is with the AWP, and it's so many different looks, so much utility being used by Liquid early on to flush out those aggressive positions, and no one's in them. So the utility just goes to waste, and then they don't have to use it, or they don't have it to use when they want to actually attack a bomb site.
Just look at the Molotovs, right? I think you're absolutely right. Normally you want 3 Molotovs to clear out all the common positions on this map or at the B bomb site, and now they kind of can't. Now, maybe they could get one for Glaive. That would be a common position, but he's even moved out of that one. Yeah, there's that D Molotov, exactly that we're talking about. But again, they wanted 2 more. Dupree ready to send someone flying right off the building. Stewie gonna volunteer himself, and a second one. Great shots from from Dupree. Already a triple. And now 10 seconds left, no bombard gonna happen. And that will be a 15th round for Astralis, a single one away from taking the first map here. Oh,
that's production value.
Production, this is guys doing all the calculations. Some cool linear algebra in there, like that.
Algebra?
Algebra, I don't know. Just going into Danish there for a minute. I'm sorry, there. I'm so hyped up.
You couldn't tell. You just switched in. It was automatic.
Yeah. So watching Astralis, we got math in as
you're
well.
feeling very patriotic.
It's 2 of my favorite things, really.
Oh, that's a huge nade for the last round, and somehow he's only rewarded with 1. You felt like the nade in that lineup had to have given him 3.
I mean, it was almost perfect. They've still done a lot of damage. I think they saw that jump. They were shooting at his head. Glaive says, yeah, I don't want to really participate in this. 4 on 4. Everything on the line for Liquid. Limited on the grenades once again. But at least Astralis, except for the Vice over on the other side, he's controlling the whole A bomb side. They know what's coming. Look at the aggression from that AWP and what it's affording to them.
Yeah, and so many players in middle for Liquid, it's almost like a bottleneck. Like, what can these 3 players actually do? You can only really peek in one direction. That's covered by smokes. So you don't have information. A risky jump up from Elige. Here they come, trying to take the bomb site, but Dupree still stands tall with a double kill. Back into the safety. It's a 2-on-3 in Liquid. This first map might just slip away. They haven't seen the boost coming just yet, and Dupree's got a 3rd. Nafly to save the map for Liquid to keep them in this. He must have all 3 reloading as well, but he saw the jump, taking damage, and backed into a corner. Nowhere to go somehow, still does more.
He's almost no health left at home. How could he possibly make it out? 30 seconds and he walks into the fire. Oh no, 16-8. Flying off the building, walking into the fire. I don't know if there are other elements by which you can die, but he's